Lauren,
Yep,
you want to make me a co-host?
I just sent it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Good. Let's see what we got here. Oh,
You're in?
yep.
Okay. All right, we'll get started. Sorry that we got on a little late. We had a little technical difficulties. So I'm gonna mute everybody until the end, and we will do Q&A at the end, and you can put Q&A in the chat box too, and then we'll go through that later at the end. So this is a combination of both of my Facebook sales groups. So this is going to cover Facebook garage sale groups, and it's also going to cover posting your items on Marketplace as well. So the first thing I want to kind of talk about is kind of the basics of the Facebook garage sale kind of realm. So we're going to talk about some common tips and tricks and how to join groups, and then we will talk about Marketplace. So I am going to share my screen here so that you're able to see what I am doing as well. Okay. All right, so you should be able to see my Facebook account here. So this is my Facebook account. If you go, the main page when you go right in. One of the first things you want to do if you're going to join a garage sale group is you're going to start searching for those in your area. So the difference between the garage sale groups and Marketplace is the garage sale groups are like community groups in your specific town or multiple towns around you that are managed by just other citizens in the town. And that's a more local, a little bit more regulated. There's rules and kind of a code of conduct to follow to be part of those groups. So, and then Marketplace is just its own thing. Nobody's really keeping track or following rules. It's just an open market. So first we're going to talk about joining the garage sale group. So like I said, if you want to join garage sale groups in your area, you're going to go here to the main page. And just like you would search for friends, you would go up into the search box here and you can put in your town name and they will start to populate some things. I'm going to put furniture in and see if anything comes up. No. I'm already a part of this group, but I wanted to show you how to like join a group. So, like I said, you can search for the town that you're in specifically, but this is basically what the groups kind of look like when you get in. Let me find one that I'm not in so that we can see. Okay, so this is a group that I'm not in. So if you were to go and say this is a group that you want to join, you can hit here at the top of the page, you can hit join group, and then they will that will send to the people, the administrators that are running the group, and they will let you in the group. Sometimes it might take a while, it might take a few days, but a lot of times it's within a few hours. So this group in particular, it looks like they have their rules and things about the group right when you go into it. So that's kind of cool because a lot of the groups you have to be accepted before you kind of know the rules. So it's kind of important to follow those rules because they will basically kick you out of the group if you aren't following like best practices of selling. So once you're a member, like I said, read the rules of the group. There's certain things that you need to adhere to, like Since this one says Lisle, Illinois garage sale groups, it doesn't specifically say, well, it says Lisle and surrounding areas, but some of the groups say specifically what areas. So if you're in a group that says specific areas and you're selling outside the group, they really don't want you to do that. You have to have a pickup location that they specify. So I'm trying to find here their groups. So here's the general rules for one of the groups I'm in. And they will update this from time to time. They give you a list of who the administrators are that run the group. These people aren't getting paid. They're just kind of keeping the peace. So give them a chance to get back to you on things as well. Here's where they list. There's 6 pickup locations. So if you list something and your pickup location is in Lombard and you're in this specific group, they're not going to approve that post. So it has to be in that specific location for the group. They also have some sales, Facebook sales abbreviations, what those mean. And then they have some items here at the bottom of things that are not allowed. And then they have some rules about cross-posting and bumping items only once every 24 hours, that kind of thing. So, like I said, make sure as soon as they accept you to the group to go ahead and read all that. It will make more sense when you start getting involved in the groups and things like that. So now I kind of want to talk about some things that make items sell. So this is something that's kind of broad for both the groups and for the marketplace part of Facebook. So one of the biggest ways to guarantee something is going to sell is to have like a really great picture. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be a professional photographer or have any special equipment. I take all of my pictures either outside in natural lighting or inside with as much lighting as I can, which is my regular cell phone. So I don't have anything really professional about it at all. I do make sure that I'm using a plain background so the image isn't crowded with a bunch of things and the buyer's left to guess what exactly is for sale or is distracted by other things as well. And then again, I don't have any professional lighting. I just make sure that either, like I said, if it's a nice sunny day, I get it in natural lighting, highlighting the item as well as possible, or at home, I do make sure I'm in a well-lit room and not kind of in a dark room. I can't tell you how many times I've seen other ads online and the picture is so dark you can't really see what's happening. So yeah, like I said, just play with different lighting setups, that kind of thing. Sometimes I bring, like if it's a really like I just can't get enough light on the item, if it's a dark item or something, I will bring in like a desk lamp or something close to the item so it kind of highlights it when I'm taking a picture. The other thing that you want to note is that you want to make sure to display your item in a good way. So you want to make sure the item is shown fully and the customer does not need to wonder what it really looks like. So if it's a piece of clothing, if it's pants, what I'll do is I'll use those hangers you get from the store that kind of clip the pants, and I'll put it over the door and kind of display it on the door and then take a long picture of the pants that way so that it's not like folded up or kind of bunched up. They can see everything that way. You know, you don't really have to go through a lot of questions and answers and that kind of thing. Some people do use a clothes form like that people use for like sewing, or the department stores have those as well, and it gives them a full visual. But like I said, you don't have to have that. You can use creative ways to display things. Excuse me, sorry. So, the other thing in the ads that they'll ask you is for a great description of the item. So, excuse me, talking too much. So in the ad, it will say to add a description or a brief description of the item. What I suggest is to make sure you have specific things about the item that will help you from needing to go back and forth with the customer about specific measurements and things like that. So in the ad that you post, there's going to be a place for a price, and like I said, we're going to go over this. I'm going to show you, but there's going to be a place. Oh, gosh, I got a tickle. Okay, there's going to be a place for price.
We can't see your face, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, can you still see the screen? I guess I could go back. I guess I could go back to my face. How about now? No? Okay, well, I'll just share my, I'll just share. Fine. Okay. So they're going to do, they're going to ask you for a price. So obviously the price that you want to sell. They're going to ask you for your location. So this is the location where the item is going to be picked up from. You don't need to be specific. You don't have to put like your address. You can put North Downers Grove, South Downers Grove. Then you want to provide the size. So if it's a clothing item, obviously the size on the clothing. If it's a piece of furniture or something like that, you want to get all the dimensions of the item. And then you can also put, you also want to put the condition. So it's a description of what condition your item is in. So every group kind of has these abbreviations as well, but new with tags, new with no tags, used like new condition, things like that. Those are the descriptions. You also want to put if it's a smoke-free and pet-free environment. And then lastly, you'll want to put if you've posted this item on either a different site or like if you're posting on multiple garage sale groups and on Marketplace, you're going to want to put that this item is cross-posted. So before you post, another good thing to do is to know the item worth. So before posting anything, make sure you do your research on what the price you should sell your item. So obviously if you've just purchased it and you have like a price tag on it and you can't return it, you're going to know what the price is. But a lot of times you're selling things that you either bought a while ago or you've gotten from somebody or you inherited. I don't know what the situation would be, but find what I do is I go online and I find the price that the item's being sold when it's new, and then I also research to see what other people are selling the item for as used. So I do a lot of like just Google searching. It often brings me to eBay, and then I can see what other people are selling these items on eBay for, and then I can kind of compare my item's quality to theirs and kind of come up with a price that way. Like I said, if it's completely new, you don't need to do that. You can sell it for whatever you bought it for, or if you want to sell it even quicker, you can take some money off the price there as well. And then you do have to be honest and realistic about the price. So if you're not going to sell an item if it's overpriced, obviously. There's a lot, especially in Marketplace, there's a lot of competition. So a lot of people are selling items for competitive prices, so you want to make sure you're not selling it for more. But you also need to be comfortable with what you are asking for, because once somebody says they're coming to pick it up, it's kind of a bad practice to back out because you're not comfortable with the price. So now that I kind of explained all that, let's go ahead and post something, post an item. So can you still see my screen, Annie, or you see me?
On your screen, you look good.
Okay. I just want to make sure you can see what I'm posting. Okay, so, all right. All right, so let me start from the beginning. So I'm going to go into my main page here, and on the left menu here, there's groups. So in my groups here, you can see I have a few selling groups. So let me click in this garage sale group for Downers Grove. And at the top of the page, you'll notice right here it says sell something. So this is where your sales ad will open up. So you click in this box here and it populates another window. And it will say, is an item for sale, vehicle for sale, or home for sale or rent. So we're going to do an item. And then right away it's asking you to add pictures. So before you decide to post, make sure obviously your pictures are ready to go on your computer. So I need to go out and get my pictures here. I saved some pictures on the desktop. Okay. And you can add up to 42 pictures. I don't think you quite need 42, but if you have a few, I think that will suffice and do just fine for your item. But do make sure you have a few, like of different, like if it's a shirt, the back and the front, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna say flower shirt, or I could say blouse. So you can play around with the title to kind of make sure that you got a catchy title. It doesn't have to be too long. Sometimes I put in there if it's if the condition is new, sometimes I'll put that in there. And then I'm going to put the price in. Now this is kind of new within the last couple, maybe 6 months. They like to give you a little range of what the price ranges of similar items in the area. So they're saying for this that it's $6 to $15 is the range. So I'm going to say that it's $12, and I'm going to say that it's obviously a new condition because I did the condition up there, but let me just show you again. There's a drop down where you can choose the condition of the item. So that's kind of helpful because you don't have to make up your own terms here. They have an idea or parameters of what to do. So so in the description, like I said, you want to put it's a size 8, excuse me, perfect new condition, smoke free / pet free home. X post it. That's because I'm going to say I'm posting it in different groups and on Marketplace. And then pick up in North Downers Grove. then they have a place where you can add product tags. So this is if someone searches a keyword, if they search for shirt or blouse or flowers or pink, this is to attract all them. So I'll put in blouse and then hit enter, and it will make it a hyperlink: shirt, flowers, woman, like women's. And then they've already filled in the location as Downers Grove. If I hit next, then it takes me to another page that says you want to post in all these other groups that you're a part of, including Marketplace. So I don't have to duplicate my records if I'm posting in a Downers Grove garage sale group and I'm posting in Marketplace. I can just do one posting and click, yes, I do want to add this to Marketplace, and hit post. And then I will show you on the other side kind of how to post from Marketplace, and it will give us the same options. Let me just see, did I get everything in here? So one of the other things to keep in mind is when you do post something, obviously you're going to get either a notification or a message from somebody that they're interested. Now, in Marketplace, for Marketplace specifically, you only get a message. They don't get a notification. But for these garage sale groups, on the actual item, the people that are interested are supposed to say interested in the posting. So this is what my posting looks like. It's giving me a preview of this is what it's going to look like. And if I was someone else and I was interested, I need to put interested in the posting that I'm interested in this item. Now, if I had a question about it, say I wanted you to measure like from the one armpit to the next across what the measurement was. If I had a question, I would still need to say interested and then ask my question. Otherwise, it won't save my location in line. So if I just say what's the measurements from armpit to armpit across without saying interested, that takes me out of the line basically. So if 3 more people comment after me, they're in the line. So these are kind of just common rules that happen in these groups. Now, some people don't follow those rules, and they will still message you even though they're supposed to add their comment to the item. So from time to time, you might want to go into your messaging and you want to search to make sure that there's nobody hiding in the message received. So you go over to chat, and it doesn't look like anybody is, let's see, okay, here we go. So if you go into chat, or you go in, it's called chat now, it used to be messaging, but into your messaging or chat area, these 3 dots, there's some choices here, and one of them is message request. Now see, I have 2 spam requests. But if somebody messages me about an item from this group, it would be in this message request area, because the only people that can send you a direct message and go directly to your mailbox or your chat box on Facebook are people that are friends with you. So people that are on this group for Downers Grove Facebook group aren't necessarily friends of yours, so they won't be able to message you directly. So you do have to check in message requests to see if anybody messaged you. Now, like I said, they're supposed to directly comment on the posting. I just from time to time, maybe every other day, check to make sure I'm not missing anybody in there. So You can also edit the posting when it goes up, once it goes up. So I'll go back to that. All right, so I'm just going to go back into the group, and whoops, I don't want to create a new group. I want to go to a group. So I'm going to go back into Downers Grove area garage sales. And then you can go at the top here, you can see there's a bunch of options here. You can go over to your items, and it will show you all the items that you have listed and those you've sold items to. So if I were to sell this item, I could hit mark as sold, and then they ask you some questions. Did you sell it on Facebook? Or you can say you haven't sold it, you just want to take it off basically. And then if you decide to sell it again, you can do mark as available. But you can also edit. If you go to those three dots there, you can hit edit listing, and then you can edit anything in the post. So let's say you wanted to take a few dollars off, you can do that and then hit next, and it will take you back, and it will make sure it updates. The other thing you can do is you can just click into the item. You don't have to do it from that drop down either. You can click into the item and you can hit edit from here. You can hit mark as sold from here. You can see all the comments that people have as well. And then you can also delete listings from this page. That's up to you how you want to do it. A lot of people do mark as sold, and then they kind of see what they've sold. Or I always say this, if you get to the point where this is actually making you some money and you have to pay taxes on it, I think it's like, I don't know, $1,000 or $10,000, somewhere like in the thousands that you have to start paying taxes. You will have an inventory back here of what you sold. So sometimes it's better to just keep it so you can see that as well. I haven't gotten to that point, so I don't know what you do yet. So then that kind of brings us to Marketplace. Now, like I said, Marketplace is the more open market of the two. So the garage sale groups are more, the garage sale groups were created long before Marketplace was a thing. They were just a group of people that wanted to have virtual garage sales and wanted to sell things. And then I think Facebook kind of saw what was going on and decided, oh, we should do a Marketplace of our own. And so now they have Marketplace, and it's a little bit different. So there's, like I said, there's not as many rules. There's no one watching. So in the groups, in the garage sale groups, there's actually people that you can report stuff to. So that's kind of different, because in Marketplace, if you have an issue, you have no one to report it to. So the way you get to Marketplace is there's two ways. So from your main page, it's on the left side, or it's at the top, this little like storefront on the top, or you can click on the left side, Marketplace, and it will it will bring you into like a main page for Marketplace, and it will show you some of the stuff that they've chosen basically for the day of their top picks or whatever. I guess, I don't know if it's their like most popular sales or anything like that. So you can filter also. If you're looking for something, you can filter by location. If you're searching Marketplace, you would go up here and search there, and put in the item that you're searching for. But for for this class, we're just going to kind of talk about posting. So you also have an inbox here that you can see for Marketplace as well. I should mention that, in notifications. So you do want to check that too. And then it does show your account, and it shows this item that I have listed here just now. And then when I tried to sell leaves last time for our class, it shows that too, and it's asking me if I want to renew the post. So on the Facebook groups that I showed you, there's no renewing of the post. The way they renew their posts is every 24 hours you can put bump in the comments and it will bump it up to the top of the page. So I equate that to just like when your friend posts a picture and you keep seeing the picture all day, it keeps going to the top of your news feed. That's because people are commenting on it. So commenting on something on Facebook pops it up to the top of the news feed. So that's the same thing with your items. So if you comment bump, it's going to pop it back up to the top of the news feed for that group. But for Marketplace, they don't really have that, so they ask you after 7 days if you want to renew your listing. And you just hit renew, and they renew it for 7 days. And I think you get 3 times to renew it, and then you'll have to repost it at that point. So my item here is all set from the garage sale groups. Like I said, it transferred over. But the only thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to delete this because I want to post it from our point of view on Marketplace. So now this is like if you're deciding, I don't really want to use the local groups. I want to have a bigger demographic. So I'm going to post to Marketplace only. So you do, on the left here, you do create a new listing. Again, they're going to give you categories. And they will give you a little preview that opens up. It looks a little bit different than the groups. Again, you add pictures. So again, you can add your pictures. And on this one, you can only add 10, so not as many as the garage sale groups. You can say your title. And then again, you can do your price. You can choose a category. Again, it says I should mention again, it says the price range that other items, similar items, are selling for. Then you can choose a category. They give you some ideas of what you can choose, so you can click that. Again, they have a condition of your item, so you can choose what the condition is. And then you can put a description. So you can, put in great new condition, smoke-free, pet-free home, X post it, and then you can again put pick up in North Downers Grove. Now people will ask you like for cross streets. Ogden and 355 is a great way of saying, if you live in that area, Ogden and 355, because they're trying to kind of get an idea of where you are. So in the garage sale groups, everyone's going to be local, so they're going to know what you mean by North Downers Grove. But in Marketplace, I've had people that when I post to Marketplace coming from the city, so they have no idea, what North or South Downers Grove means. So they'll often ask you for cross streets. You can list as a single item or list in stock. So if you have multiple of the same items, I don't know if some people use this for their business. They've created, a t-shirt company or something, and they're selling in bulk. So usually it's just going to be listed as a single item. And then you can say the size. So I can put in size 8, and then I can say it's a blouse. They're asking for the style. They want to know the sleeve length, the occasion. So these are all optional, but you can add things like that. And then again, you can add product types to, or product tags to pull in keywords. So if people go ahead and search Marketplace for a flowered blouse, if I put in flower blouse, I put in blouse, I put in flower, every variation, it will pick up if they search for those specific words. And then if you had the SKU number, you could put that in there. I don't really have that. And then the location, it populates as, you know, where you're using your computer from, but you could change that as well. You can boost your listing, so that does cost money. So that I think costs like $5 a posting to after you publish. They will sponsor the item and they'll send it out to multiple places. They'll have it on the side of people's screen when they're in Facebook and things like that. And then you can also hide the listing from your friends. So if you're posting in Marketplace, it's visible to everyone. So in the garage sale groups, the only people that it's visible is to the people that are in that group. So if your friends aren't in those Facebook groups, they're not going to see your posting. But Marketplace is visible to everyone on Facebook. So if your friends are in Marketplace, they can see your posts. So some people don't like that, so you can turn it off so that your friends can't see. You can also save it as a draft. Say that you're like, I need to get more information, or I need to take a better picture. You can save it as a draft. But if you're ready to post, you can hit next. And then again, from this end, it gives you the option to add to other groups as well. And then I can hit publish, and it will be published in my Marketplace, I guess my Marketplace area. So you can also boost a listing afterwards. They'll ask you that too, but I don't usually do that. And so it's in my Marketplace account now. So let me just go back out and show you kind of how to get to it once you get out. So if I'm in my main page here, I can go back to either of the Marketplace icons, I guess, and you want to go to your account, and then it shows your listings. And so then it has everything that you've listed for sale. They also have an area where you can save listings. So if you are searching for something, you can save the listing and they will be listed in here. And then if you do purchase from like a Facebook vendor, your purchase orders would be here. If you submit an offer to somebody, instead of just buying it for the full price, you can submit an offer. Those will be here. You can also follow people. If there's a certain person that you buy from and you just think they have great stuff, you can follow them. And then you can see your recent activity in Marketplace as well. And then your commerce profile, so kind of how you look to buyers. So you'll have a rating, your kind of like main page with your name, and then where you're from, your items that you have listed in Marketplace, where you have listed in other groups as well. And then from there, they can view your personal profile as well, unless it's locked down like in safe mode or privacy mode. And then somebody could also share if like they want, you know, like check this seller out, they have great furniture or something like that. There's also the option for that. So those are basically the basics. Let me just see, I'm just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. And then we can open it up. So I think we're safe to open it up for questions. Let's see if I can. Okay. Okay, so if we have any questions, we can put it in the chat. Okay. So the question is, how is payment from distant buyers handled? So that's actually one thing I didn't talk about is like the meetup. So let me talk about that. So what I usually do is I meet people in public places if possible. So I live, you know, right by a Jewel or a Starbucks. I'll try to meet them there. If it's like a big item, a furniture item, I make sure somebody's home with me, that kind of thing, just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. So I only accept cash. Some people accept like Venmo or PayPal. I just don't want to get in the hassle of all that. So I only accept cash, and then um, I used to accept like money orders and things like that, but someone told me that those could be fraudulent too. So I suggest cash only, or if you do feel comfortable with like PayPal, you can do that. Some people do like where they leave the item outside and the person can leave the money outside in like the mailbox or something. Whatever is your comfort level is what I suggest. I've had some instances where uh, I had like somebody ruin the item and come back and try to get a refund, and I don't really like that they know where I live after that. So I, if possible, meet them in a public place. So assuming that you can use the marketplace, then to come up with a price, you don't know how much to list the item for. Like I said, if you bought the item new and you haven't used it, you can sell it for whatever you bought it for. Marketplace and the Facebook garage sale groups, they will give you an idea of what the price should be, but you don't have to follow that. That's just showing you some similar items in your area and what they're selling for, so that you're kind of competitive to that. But like I said, usually what I do to come up with a price is, unless I have the tag and I just bought it and I know what it's worth, I will go ahead and Google the item and try to see what it was priced as new. And then from there, I try to compare it to other items that are like on maybe eBay, what other people are selling it for used as well, and then compare my condition to theirs. So say they have something that they're selling for $10, but mine is in like way better condition, and it was new. When it was new, it was $20. So maybe I'm gonna say 15 because mine's in way better condition to the guy that's selling it for 10. So you kind of just gotta, if you don't know the price offhand or what you really want for it, you kind of gotta do some research. And that kind of comes with time. In the beginning, I didn't know how to price anything. I was just kind of looking around at other ads as well. But yeah, I do a little bit of, like I said, a little comparison of what it was priced as new and then what it's priced at for other people that are selling it used as well. Any other questions?
We're going to be sending you out a student guide that Lauren wrote, and it has pictures and also a list of references. There's some great places on YouTube that you can get more information. So we're going to be sending you that too, and it'll be a PDF, so you can just click on it and it'll take you to the YouTube place or anything like that.
So we have a question here about how often do you check to see if someone is interested in the item. So if it is a Facebook garage sale group, you're going to get a notification on your Facebook account. So if you're fairly tied in with your Facebook account, like it's on your phone or something, you're going to know, every day if you get a notification. Same thing with Marketplace, people email you directly, and it should be a notification on your phone as well. But if you are somebody that kind of just goes into your Facebook account from your computer and you don't have it, you don't check it very often, I would say at least check it once a day, because you don't want to miss a sale. You don't want to miss somebody that's interested. A lot of people are interested in the item and they're looking for it, and they're looking for it as soon as they can get it. So if you miss getting back to them, they might find it from someone else and have already brought it home. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. A lot of people want to meet the day of or like the next day. So um, yeah, if I know that I'm going to be unavailable, or I'm going to go on vacation or something, I won't keep like renewing my post and things like that. I don't want to get a lot of traffic when I'm not going to be available to meet up. So, and then there was another one about marketplace free shipping. I don't know. I don't think they're going to extend it, but they do it from time to time. So even if they don't extend it past the 31st, that doesn't mean that you won't see it again. I've seen it numerous times this year, just this year. So I don't use shipping all that much, but I think that it's fairly simple. They kind of walk you through the process, and then Facebook will send you a the postage to put on the package. They'll ask you questions like of how much it weighs, what the size of the box is, that kind of thing, and then they'll send you the postage. I don't do that. I use the Facebook part, the marketplace and the sales group for local stuff. So I haven't done much I haven't done anything with the shipping. No, you don't have to have a marketplace. You don't have to give marketplace a credit card number, unless I think you are doing the shipping, because then um, the people are gonna send the money like through PayPal or Venmo or however they set it up with marketplace. So I don't know that you would need to do a credit card, but you might have to set it up with some sort of account so you can receive payment. Okay. Well, if there's no more questions, like Annie said, we'll send out some additional info. And if you do think of something after you go through the student guide, feel free to give us a call, and you can ask for Lauren. I'm here most days. And yeah, I'm the only Lauren, so they'll be able to find me. All right, thanks. Have a good one.